In the latest electrifying episode of WWE SmackDown, the Bloodline once again proved why they remain one of the most dominant factions in professional wrestling. In a dramatic and intense segment, the Bloodline successfully thwarted an attempt by DIY to assist the Street Profits, leading to an explosive confrontation that had the WWE Universe buzzing. The Street Profits in peril. The Street Profits, a team known for their high-energy performances and charismatic presence, found themselves in deep trouble when they faced the USOs in a tag team match. The USOs, representing the Bloodline, came into the match with their usual confidence and ruthless efficiency. From the opening bell, it was clear that the USOs were not only determined to win, but to make a statement. Despite their best efforts, the Street Profits struggled to gain any significant momentum. The USOs, with their uncanny chemistry and years of experience, methodically dissected the Street Profits' strategy. The match quickly turned into a one-sided affair, with the USOs isolating Montez Ford from his partner, Angelo Dawkins, and delivering a relentless assault that left the crowd on the edge of their seats. As the USOs continued their dominance, it seemed all but certain that the Street Profits were headed for a crushing defeat. However, just as the USOs were about to secure the victory, the unexpected happened. DIY's music hit, and the crowd erupted in cheers as Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa stormed down to the ring. DIY's intervention. DIY, who had recently reformed and made their return to the main roster, were clearly on a mission to level the playing field. Gargano and Ciampa, known for their history as one of the most formidable tag teams in NXT, wasted no time in going after the USOs. Their presence immediately shifted the momentum, giving the Street Profits a glimmer of hope. DIY's intervention was met with a roar of approval from the WWE Universe. The prospect of a fair fight against the USOs was a tantalizing one, and it seemed as though DIY and the Street Profits would finally put an end to the Bloodline's reign of terror. The Bloodline strikes back. However, the Bloodline is never without reinforcements. Just as DIY began to turn the tide in favor of the Street Profits, Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the Bloodline, emerged from the backstage area. His appearance drew immediate boos from the crowd, who knew all too well what his involvement meant. Sikoa, a powerhouse in his own right, wasted no time in making his presence felt. He quickly took down Ciampa with a vicious Samoan spike, neutralizing one half of DIY. Gargano tried to fight back, but Sikoa's raw power was too much for him to handle. Within moments, DIY's attempt to help the Street Profits had been completely dismantled. With Sikoa now in control, the USOs regained their footing and finished what they started. Montez Ford, still battered and exhausted from the earlier onslaught, was no match for the combined assault of the USOs and Sikoa. A devastating double superkick from the USOs followed by Sikoa's thunderous Samoan drop sealed the deal, leaving Ford down for the count. Aftermath and implications. The Bloodline's victory was emphatic, and the message was clear: no one interferes with their business. The USOs, along with Sikoa, stood tall in the ring, raising their arms in triumph as the WWE Universe looked on in stunned silence. The Street Profits were left in ruins, while DIY's valiant effort had been crushed under the weight of the Bloodline's dominance. This latest chapter in the Bloodline's reign only solidifies their position as the top faction in WWE. For the Street Profits and DIY, the loss is a bitter pill to swallow, but it's also a reminder of the challenges that lie ahead if they hope to dethrone the Bloodline. As SmackDown went off the air, one thing was clear: the Bloodline is still in control, and anyone who dares to challenge them will need to be prepared for the fight of their lives.